welcome to the Cozy Checkpoint. My name is Ailes, Alien the Irish Panda Queen, and I am a streamer on Twitch, but I also do a lot of funny videos on TikTok and Instagram. I am starting this podcast today known as the Cozy Checkpoint, and it is with my best friend in the world, AmyPleaseNo, also known as Amy.
We've done a lot of research into this episode that we're doing. I truly fell down the rabbit hole in the best and the worst of ways. Yeah, so I'm really excited to get into it.
What are we talking about, Amy?
Well, today what we're talking about is vertical dramas. Now, you might not know them by that name necessarily, but if you have spent any amount of time on TikTok, then you will have inevitably seen an ad for a movie called, I don't know, Romancing the CEO, fated to the alpha of the werewolf clan or something. It's all very Booktok. Yeah. It's all very tropey.
I've definitely seen quite I've seen way more than I'd like to admit, and these videos are like 10 minutes long. Like it's so crazy that they're able to grip your attention from the very beginning.
They're called vertical dramas, so they are literally designed to be seen on your phone. Vertical aspect ratio. They originally, I think in China, they were called micro dramas, and it was a huge industry there, so it was kind of brought over to America, where I know it's been doing really well. I was reading an interview of this director who made this movie about romancing the crime boss, and when they released that movie, it made the app that they hosted the movie on, it was either Real Short or Dramabox. That app shot to the very top of the entertainment list of like most downloaded apps. Like it was on top of TikTok for a while, purely based on the release of this one movie.
That's insane.
Which is just crazy. Like it's estimated to be making more money than all your big name streaming services. It's doing really well. Like I just mentioning it to a couple of people, like people I didn't think were interested in TikTok or this kind of scene know of the movies, have watched a couple more minutes than they wanted to.
Myself and Amy have watched a fair amount of these, so you don't have to.
You're welcome.
What I found very weird is like, because I thought it was just me, a woman in my 20s, kind of that's the kind of audience, 20s, 30s maybe. Like I didn't know what the age demographic was, and I obviously didn't think it was going to be just, like I thought it was just going to be women. But no, I went in to get coffee there somewhere the other day, and there was a fella behind the counter, and he was on his phone, but he put it down when I went up to the counter. But whatever way he put it down, the video played, and it was one of those TikTok.
Could you tell what one it was or what kind of thing it was, just from like the glimpse on his phone?
Because I love a chat, right? Because I love a good chat. I was like, yeah, because I love a good chat. I had to ask him. You can't blame him.
I would have done the same.
You can't blame him. I had to ask him. You know, I had to. It was the CEO and trying to, something about a CEO and
oh no way,
I think like the family inheritance kind of situation, and he was like so embarrassed he picked his phone up again. There are so many of these. I don't know how many. Before we go into the meat and the potatoes of all of the characteristics of these, I need to present you with something that I found insane. These are some fresh stats for you.
Oh shit. Oh, we got numbers. Yeah. We got numbers. This is a real podcast.
There was one movie that has been coming up on my For You page quite a lot. And I was like, this is just out. I saw the timestamp on it. It was September 5th. This movie only came out that day. And I'm not lying. There was 155,000 views on it.
Wow.
In a day.
That's crazy.
That's one movie out of the hundreds of thousands of movies they have on these websites. And then the next day, I went on again. 219,000 views.
But it just goes to show that, like, I think I was in a similar boat to you where I thought I was kind of being uniquely advertised to. And then it's only kind of the more you look into it, you see like, oh no, there's a whole rake of people watching these, but no one's really talking about it.
Right?
It wasn't like, it's only when I'm kind of asking people about it. They're like, oh yeah, I've watched a couple of those, or I've watched a couple of those just on an ad on TikTok, because the ad you get on TikTok is sometimes can be the whole movie or a good chunk of the movie. So people just roll on watching the ad on TikTok, which is a crazy thing that they're able to get people to do because they're so engaging and they grab you from the jump.
Exactly. Like anyone that I've asked in my girls group, like none of us are talking about it to each other, but now we are because I brought it up and I was like, have all of you seen? Yes. And it's kind of like there's almost a shame behind it because everything is so bad. Like don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's bad. As in, it's like a soap opera.
Big soap opera vibes.
Like a car crash you can't look away from.
Everything that I've kind of seen online is that these things are filmed in like a weekend and they do the whole thing in the one location.
One weekend?
Like a couple of days.
That's
like,
insane.
Kind of spoilers ahead. We watched one about a cowboy and it felt like the whole thing took place in a singular field.
And house, yes. Yeah,
like there was like a house and then I think there was like a smaller ranch kind of place where I'm assuming the housekeeper of the big manor lived is what I'm assuming, and they had horses on site.
But like to be able to record, I just want to go back to that point, to record all of this in a short amount of time, like they're pumping out a lot of movies to the point where they're taking the same scripts and then they're using different actors to record the same exact episodes or same movies again. I've seen the same 3 movies with completely different actors in it as well, which is crazy.
Because it's all based on tropes, isn't it? It's very Booktok kind of. I think it's meant to very much appeal to Booktok because like we've watched a couple of supernatural ones, but the CEO thing is a huge one. I know on Booktok and in these ones, it's like the CEO's undercover or I'm working for the CEO that I hate.
Can you explain real quick, just for anyone who doesn't know what Booktok is?
Oh God, how much time do you have? I suppose Booktok is the kind of readers section of Booktok.
TikTok, is it?
TikTok, yeah. You know, it's very romance fantasy heavy is like the label that gets stuck on there a lot. You know, you're kind of A Court in Thorns and Roses, which is supernatural kind of romance fantasy. It's very overburdened with all these labels like you know, enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, knife to throat, who did this to you, one bed trope. It's, you know, I feel like these movies are just kind of like, which tropes are we going to make a movie of today? And they just slap some on a whiteboard and they're just like, enemies to lovers, alpha, one bed, this is the script. We have this house for the weekend. Let's go.
That's what it seems like. But even so, like the quality is high quality. It's not like it's someone recording this on their phone, you know?
Yeah. And there's a certain lifestyle I feel like that comes in these movies. Like I feel like all of the ones we've watched, there have been main characters that have been supposedly obscenely rich. They live in these insane houses and their families don't work and they have so much money. So, like, to film it in that amount of time and to try portray that kind of lifestyle and have it be believable.
There's so much to it. There's, like, so much to unpack. There's just so much. You were talking about tropes, though, a second ago. And I have watched a fair amount of these to the point where I've made a bingo.
You briefly told me about the bingo. I didn't know if you finished it or not.
Yeah, so I have a few more I think I want to add.
Sure.
Bear in mind, the reason this is a bingo is because every movie I've watched so far, all of these tropes happen, or all of these events happen. So someone gets slapped randomly for no reason.
Yeah, nearly everyone we watched.
Every single one, like there's just like someone just slaps.
There's one of them with like a little too much slapping.
Yeah, like some of them have a serious amount of slapping where it's like every 2 seconds there's someone slapping someone else, and it's like, what's happening here? What's with the slaps?
Stop it.
Enough of the slaps. Someone always falls for no reason.
Oh my
God, could be just
stop.
standing and then they just fall. Like literally they just fall out of nowhere. Like I was watching one earlier this morning and there was a guy, he was looking for his girlfriend who was kidnapped.
Of course.
Why not? Of course. And he was like, he had his team of security around him. He goes, you need to find her. And then all of a sudden he just went, and then he got back up again. He just fell for no reason.
We actually had a fall counter.
There was no reason for the fall. We had a fall counter and a slap counter on the last one, actually. That was very funny.
Yeah. We ended up at like 7.
I think so. I think that was the cowboy one.
That's a crazy amount of time to fall.
So to randomly fall.
And like, how long did that movie take place over? Like a week? Have you ever fallen 7 times in a week?
Depending on how drunk I am.
All week? Damn.
Oh no,
That's
hey,
hardcore.
Hey, listen, no, I don't drink, not often anyway. But the one thing that I do drink consistently is pure crack. That is the sponsor of this week's episode.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. Something that keeps me going, something that keeps a lot of people going, and something that probably would keep those actors going over a whole weekend of shooting. Do you
Their
not
cognitive
agree,
function would be off the charts.
The cognitive function off the charts. That's how they're able to stay focused. Clarity. The cognitive function.
The clarity?
The clarity, the focus.
Honestly, if they had that much clarity, they'd probably put down the script and go home. But maybe they just need more pure crack.
Maybe they do. Maybe that's all they need. But you see, they're probably going from location to location every, minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, hours, weeks, whatever it is. So they need obviously something that they can travel with. And sure, they can pack a whole rake of sachets in a pouch and bring that in a suitcase. Very flat. And you can fold it up and throw it in a suitcase. Incredible.
Incredible features.
What incredible features. And they're all individual sachets. So you can bring only 1 or 2 of them if you want to work, just wherever you go. That isn't work. Sports, if you need to do sports, if you
have to kick a ball,
if you are a CEO,
if you are a CEO and you are struggling to have the energy to keep up your appearance of like a downtrodden worker
around all of these women,
honestly, the way to go. You know, to be a CEO, you need a lot of cognitive function. I feel like
a lot of it.
Could these CEOs get to where they are without pure crack? I don't think so. If you want to be a CEO
with vitamins like contains a B complex, contains magnesium, vitamin C, and vitamin D, which all help to reduce tiredness and fatigue. And like there's a lot of ingredients in there like lion's mane, bacopa mineri, phosphatidylserine, alpha GPC. Do you like your pure crack, Amy?
I love pure crack. I really like pure crack. I have said to Ailes before that I'm not normally a person who is a fan of tropical flavors, but I really like the taste of pure crack. And I unironically do keep it in my bag at all times because it is really handy to just throw around. You get a bottle of water, you can just throw it in and you're sorted for the day and there's no crash. Like if you have a can of like any big energy drink, like I'm gone an hour later. Like I'm useless.
I find that this keeps me going.
Consistent. Yeah, it just keeps you kind of consistent.
And it has no caffeine or no sugar, so that's really good too. And you don't crash afterwards, so that's good. Check out Pure Crack, purecrack.ie, and also check out purecrack.ie on Instagram, Pure Crack on TikTok, and use Cozy Checkpoint at the checkout for 10% off. Get yourself a shaker while you're at it. Why not?
The shakers are class.
Do you know what's really shaking me at the moment, though?
What's shaking you?
These TikTok trends.
Natural segue.
Very natural segue. I know, right?
Well, I mean, what do you want to do? Should we talk about one in specific?
I think so. So, okay, well, let's name out some. I've come across No Home for the Brokenhearted.
That one's bonkers.
The Genius and the Bad Boy.
A classic.
Fated to the Forbidden Vampire.
A classic.
Classic. I can't remember the wolf one.
Oh, the CEO and his Virgin Bride.
Is that what that's called?
That's
the CEO and his Virgin Bride.
Yeah, because they made a big deal of her virginity.
Yeah, and the tattoo on her back for some reason that she had. Oh yeah, and the bingo.
The bingo.
I forgot. In that one, an old lady dies. An old lady dies in every single one of these episodes.
It's always the nicest old lady you've ever met. Like they're getting sainthood in the next life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they just eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For what? We don't know. I think one of them dies like off screen or like she's dead and then they find her and they're like, she's dead. And
Just
we're like, why?
why would you do this? Why would you build such a character development, character arc for this person, and then like off screen, oh, she's dead.
You know
You're
what, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it feels like the old lady is there because it's always like she is the driving force for the two main characters to discover their feelings for each other.
Always. That is definitely one.
In The Forbidden Vampire, she's the one who shows the main character the vision, which leads to their happily ever after.
Yeah.
She discovers a truth that makes it so they can be together.
Yeah.
That witch was also called Elphaba, like from Wicked.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very funny. It still tickles me to this day. It's like, what's a witch's name?
Oh, Elphaba.
A witch name.
Witch. Google's witch name. Oh, yes, Elphaba. Perfect.
Perfect. Brand recognition.
I think the one we really need to go into is the No Home for the Brokenhearted.
I was so hoping you would say that.
Yeah, I like, look, I have a notepad here, right? I have pages and pages and pages.
I do as well. Like, I ran out of paper notes and I typed up more. That is how bad it got.
So, do you want to give our lovely viewers and listeners a little summary?
I can try. I will try.
Yeah.
So, There's No Home for the Brokenhearted is about Bella Brown. Bella Brown comes from this very rich family that has another daughter, Pearl, who's a year older than Bella. Pearl is supposedly, allegedly, very sickly. And Bella was essentially born as in her own words, to be a blood bag for Pearl.
Human blood bag, yeah.
Human blood bag, so that when Pearl is feeling poorly, Bella is there because she has the same rare blood type as Pearl. She can give her blood transfusions. She's treated like the gum on their shoe.
Yeah.
I would also just like to say, if you are going to watch any of these movies, please check and be aware of your trigger warnings.
Yes, of course. There's trigger warnings coming up for some of this stuff.
It can go into a lot of stuff that people might find triggering. So if you are going to watch any, please just be advised, do your research. Yeah, but I suppose we can just dive into There's No Home for the Brokenhearted.
The notes I have.
The notes you have.
The notes I have.
Go on.
Like literally starts with she cuts her hair off to convince the army to let her in.
Yeah, and everyone claps.
And everyone claps. So she like the movie basically starts with the army going, we've had no women sign up. And then this girl comes over and goes, I would like to sign up. And they're like, no. And she's just like, what do I need to do to convince you? And then she chops her hair. And then she has this horrible coconut head looking bob.
Fuck ass bob.
But after she signs up, she gets a phone call from her brother saying that her older sister is in the hospital and she needs to get there immediately. So she gets to the hospital and she's lying there getting the blood taken from her. And the nurse is like, you need to stop giving so much blood or you could die, kind of vibe. And then her mom walks in while she's lying there giving blood. And she goes, where have you been? Your sister's been worried sick. And she slaps her while she's lying in the bed giving blood.
They also say, do what you need to do, drain her if you have to, as long as my Pearl is okay.
They said and I quote this, sorry, this is her brother talking, we should have chained her up. Yeah. That's the vibe.
They're comically evil.
Why would we watch this? I don't know.
Intrigue. FOMO.
No.
Self-hatred.
Like it's constant bad shit happening to poor old Bella. She gets beaten and given out to by her family all the time. Everything she wants, Pearl gets. Her birthday gets forgotten about. The whole shebang. And her birthday's the same day as Pearl's. Her own boyfriend ends up forgetting about her.
She has a boyfriend somehow, and like
somehow he's her boyfriend, but he's not.
Yeah, like he's always looking out for Pearl. Pearl has a thing for him, so Pearl is inherently jealous of Bella. which leads Pearl to do something very drastic.
What happens on the 18th birthday, Amy? I'd love to hear.
So Pearl says, we should go for a drive. And everyone's like, oh, Pearl, surely you're too weak. You just got a blood transfusion. And she's like, no, I want to go for a drive. So they're all outside of the car. They're all in front of the car. And Pearl says, I don't know, it's probably something awful.
You were never meant to live. That was what she screamed. You were never meant to live, as she hits this JPEG version of Bella out the way.
And it's absolutely crazy. So Bella gets ran over on their birthday. She's in hospital. The nurse is like, she's lost a lot of blood. She needs a blood transfusion. And the family's like, Pearl couldn't possibly. She's too frail. She's too weak. And the nurse is like, all or nothing on Bella. She's like, she gave you so many blood transfusions. Surely just this once.
The funniest part of that whole scene is like the first line where Bella, like the family are around this gurney, typical hospital scene. That's another part of the bingo, by the way. There's always someone in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple times in all of these movies collectively. If you watch any of these movies, make a bingo. You will see that there is a hospital visit at some stage or multiple times in all of these. But they're running with the gurney and they're like, oh my God, is she going to be okay? Kind of vibe. And then the nurse goes, she needs blood. She needs to be donated blood. And the mom turns to her and says, shut up.
God, she's a weapon.
Shut up.
She's such a wagon. She's such a wagon.
Like, imagine your daughter is going to die unless we have a donor. Shut up. Why that response?
It doesn't change anything, Queen.
It took Bella a week to ring the guards after she got hit by a car.
Pearl hit her with the car.
Yeah. And then she got a call from the military, the military that she was supposed to be signing up with, saying like, hey, sorry, I can't make the first week of training or whatever because I got hit by a car. And they're like, oh, it's okay. We know it was no accident. And then they still don't do anything about it. I don't know. And then all I have written is, I'm not even joking, there's like notes here and it says, slap, slap, slap. And we shouldn't have brought this monster into the world. So I imagine when she came home from the hospital, she got slapped around again for no reason. And now these are comical slaps, as in it's just out of nowhere. It's just like you can almost hear the.
It's nearly every scene in that like first half hour.
Yeah,
she's just getting
constant.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But while she was in hospital, Dominic, her boyfriend, the one that Pearl's in love with, tells Bella that her robotic arm experiment or exhibit, whatever it was, she brought it to like a science fair. It won the top prize and she was being offered a place in this, like, I suppose like Ivy League college or something.
Yeah, sponsorship into college. Yeah,
Pearl is seen with the arm and is taking full credit for it. And she is told by her family to register all of her designs under Pearl's name. Bella, of course, is obviously furious about this. She's like, I don't owe her anything. She hit me with a car. And her family thinks she's being so unreasonable. Just register your life's work, all of your experiments to her, because, you know, Pearl has had it so hard.
I have the exact quote.
What? Tell me.
This could get her into Ivy League schools. It could help her heal. Don't you want that?
Will they figure out the deception?
Yes. We're going back to Pearl, who's in the hospital, and Pearl's on the phone. And she says, all this deception is exhausting. So we find out that Pearl has been lying this entire time. What I want to know is, if she was lying this entire time, where was all the blood going?
Yeah, why did the doctors allow Bella to make a transfusion if it wasn't needed and that frequently? Yeah. Surely there's some medical malpractice going on here. Not to start anything with this fake hospital, but, you know,
the fake hospital is going to come and sue you now.
Maybe they do their fucking due diligence and not allow minors to do blood transfusions
Yes.
for no reason. I mean, is that a crazy thing? Am I crazy for saying that is a bad thing?
It's insanity. Absolute insanity. I don't understand.
It's crazy.
Do you think the anonymous doctor who gave her the blood was actually just their stores of her blood over years?
She's the anonymous donor.
She got her own blood back.
I genuinely thought that it was going to end up being somebody that we meet later.
Yes.
Or that it was going to be her boyfriend, Dominic, who's been a dick this whole time. But maybe he would pull it out of the bag and secretly be a blood match for Bella. Yeah. Missed opportunity.
But none of that happened. So after... it's unfortunate, but like, you see, this thing, you could say like the scripting of this is quite bad, but you genuinely could not write this, because me and Amy were not expecting what came up next. So after Pearl actually said the whole thing, and the family, they overhear her and they're like, what? You've been lying this whole time? You're not even sick? And we've been like beating the shit out of our own daughter because you've been lying to us? And she goes, no, that's not the case.
I like your Pearl voice.
Yeah, she's like, no, not me. So she goes one by one to all of her family members to try and prove that she's not a liar. Do you remember this?
I can't cope with this.
So she goes to her father and goes, I brought you your meds. Remember that time I brought you your meds? One time, she brought meds for the father. That excuses years of lying and manipulation.
One time she brought him his pill bottle.
Yeah, that one time.
So forgiveness.
So yeah, then she goes to the mom.
She's like, remember I got you the massage chair?
And then the third one was, do you remember that time I carried the brother out of a forest fire? That's so random. It's like, hey, I've been lying to you and being manipulative for years, but like, you know the way I saved you from that forest fire and brought you your meds?
Remember that one time I did something good? Also, I love how it sounds in comparison to everything else. Like, the other stuff is perfectly innocent. It's like, remember that one time I made you pancakes? Do you remember that one time I brought you a cup of tea?
Do you remember I saved you from the brink of death?
Like, it doesn't even compare to bringing someone down.
It's so random. The one thing though, we actually wrote this down in our notes. I think you wrote it as well, I'm not sure, but don't owe my life to somebody who gave me paracetamol.
I think I said that and you were like, that's being written.
That's peak. That is a peak quote right there.
The maid comes in and like gives this huge testimony about all the things that Bella has done that Pearl has taken credit for. So she reveals that Pearl started the fire. Bella spent weeks designing that custom massage chair for her mother because she has a bad back.
And Bella was the one who brought her dad the pills.
What the family discovers a lot of truths about how Bella's been living and how badly they've been treating her. They have a flashback where her boyfriend, not her boyfriend, apologies, her brother slaps her for not having nice enough clothes for a party. And
she actually dressed nice.
It was like a nice cardigan and like a skirt and stuff. Like it wasn't bad.
It was kind of giving Cinderella, you can't go to the ball like that.
I have a direct quote. No wonder she was raggedy when she was out of uniform. I thought she was just trying to piss me off.
That happens, and then we go to see Bella in boot camp, and then Pearl, the family are trying to ask for her back. But then we cut to Pearl doing the picketing outside. For some reason, she brings a bunch of people with picket signs and a news reporter.
Pearl is trying her same old shtick again. She's like, I have kidney failure and Bella is letting me die by not giving me her blood. She's a monster. I want her out of the military now. So Bella comes outside. She refutes all of these claims. The reporter picks up her phone and she's like, Pearl's lying. And like she picks up the phone, quick glance. Pearl's lying. Bella's telling the truth. And like Bella just fucking beats her out, like throws her to the floor, and then Bella's commander, I want to say Sergeant Jane, her sergeant comes out and Pearl's trying to appeal to her as well, and Jane is having none of it. She comes out with her cohort of soldiers and she's like, stand ready, and like all the soldiers point their gun at Pearl in this like show of intimidation, which is so bizarre. And then Pearl scurries away to her hole.
After being kicked by Jane.
Kicked in like the stomach.
Yeah, full on, like the military came out, kicked her.
Crazy.
Now, bear in mind, none of these, Bella was supposed to have zero contact with anybody for 4 to 6 years.
And Bella's family are trying their hardest to get her back because obviously they've become wise to Pearl's deception and they're like, we want Bella. We're so sad that we treated Bella this way.
And your favourite line?
Are you still mad about your birthday party being cancelled?
The reason Bella, of course, joined the army was because her birthday party was cancelled. What a fucking idiot.
But like she goes, like she ends up going out to them because they are waiting outside the military base, kind of sunshine or rain to see Bella. And honestly, I'm with Bella because she's like, you had 18 years. Yeah. You messed up. I don't want anything to do with you. And she has a new family. 3 days ago, apparently saving people from fires is Bella's thing because 3 days ago, she saved a married couple from a fire. And they essentially adopt her. They know her for a couple of days. And they're like, Bella, you're so wonderful. You were like the daughter I never had. You're so great. We love you so much. And Bella's like, I have a new family.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
We find out that they are Rockefellers. And they actually, there's a line they say like, oh yeah, those Rockefellers. So she has like a super rich oil tycoon family that love her and think she's so wonderful. I'm like, why would I go back to this fucking family where they slap me around?
So like, the son also serves with her in the army as well. So he would have been served with her for the 13 weeks. But then somehow in around the time of the 13 weeks or whatever, there was the house fire with the family and him in it. And she saves all 3 of them. And then he falls for her. But at the same time, they're calling her their daughter. And it just gets a little weird.
They know her for 3 days. And then after their graduation, they invite her to stay with them for 10 days. Saying that you're our daughter.
This sounds all too good to be true.
Yeah, we were convinced at this point that
it was the end.
It was going to turn out they were terrible and that she was going to go back to her family.
No, Joe, I thought that was going to be the end of the movie. I was full on convinced that was going to be the end of the movie. I was like, that's it. That's a nice ending. She finds the family that she always wanted. No, would have been a perfect ending. But no, Pearl did not give up.
When they invite her to stay with them for the 10 days, they give Bella essentially like her own kind of robotics room where she can do that because, as we mentioned earlier, she created like the robot arm. She makes lots of her own prototypes and stuff. Is what because on top of everything, being a kick-ass Marine, she's a genius inventor. They give her the SpaceX prototype. And they say, we just know how much you love robotics.
Yes, of course. The one thing that stuck out for me there as well is they said they couldn't live without her.
I have that as well after knowing her for 3 days.
The most incredible girl he's ever met. It's been 3 days. So Bella gets a text message saying, come to the barn or wherever it is. And in there is Pearl with chloroform and chains. And chains her to a chair. Add that to the bingo card. There's always someone chained to or tied up to a fucking chair. And someone's always chloroformed.
In some cases, they're chained very badly. There was one we watched where a guy gets chained to... So I say chained in quotation marks. He gets put into a chair and they are the loosest chains you've ever seen in your whole life. It is like a single like row around. And he's like, I can't get up, help him out. And it's like, you could just stand up and the chains would fall off. It's not craziness. But Pearl does it right.
Apparently. I also have get on your knees as well.
Get on your knees. You said you loved me more than her. So she invites both families to prove how much they love Bella. In like a test. To see like, would they give their lives for Bella?
We get chloroform, chained up, get on your knees and beg, and then all of a sudden you think that's over. No, there's a bomb as well. This movie just never ends. It just never ends.
We're hitting all the tropes at once, but I think the bomb ends up going off. I guess like her biological family end up donating blood to her new boyfriend, who's Frank Rockefeller. Because I think he loses a lot of blood
because they throw themselves over Bella to protect her from the explosion of the bomb.
So her family they nearly accept defeat at that point, because they're kind of like, oh well, they did that for you to save your life. They obviously will treat you better than we will. And the dad slaps himself so many times in apology. He's just at himself to try and I suppose even out how many times he slapped Bella by slapping himself, which was so really funny. It was deeply unserious. And then they just turn on the TV and it's like, oh, Pearl Brown gets sentenced to 160 years. And it's been a day. There's been no process. There's been no jury. There's been no anything. It's just the next day she's gone away for a couple of people's lifetimes.
I also have notes written here saying the standards are in hell.
I have the same thing. So it's kind of like an easy truce with her biological family, because they kind of pulled through for her in the end. And then everyone's happy. Except for Pearl. Pearl's in fucking prison.
In prison.
Just gone.
Yeah, she's gone. She's gone. Yeah. For what reason? For what reason she did all of this, I will never understand, because she got a better life. She had 50 grand coming in a month. She was getting all the best treatment from her family. She was spoiled rotten. And the sister, Bella, who was donating blood to her all the time, who was being treated like shit by all her family, I still don't understand why Pearl just... I don't get why she was so angry and jealous of Bella. It just didn't make sense.
The boyfriend. It's always about a man in these movies.
Oh, it was the boyfriend. Sorry, it was the man. Yes.
There's no such thing as girls in these movies, I will point out as well. There's always like a very evil other female character who is secretly jealous of the main character because they have something that they want, or they see them as inherently inferior in some way. It's a lot to keep up with.
It's genuinely, I don't even know why we do, but I did this for you guys. Amy did this for you guys. This is what we're here for. I took an extra leap though. So these are actual movies. They're not a series per se. They're just a movie you can watch start to finish, an hour 40. But when you go onto these websites, whether it's Drama Box, Real Short, there's different movies on there. You could find hundreds of thousands of different movies on these. But I went on to one and I said, all right, so I kind of scanned to see where TikTok brought me up on how much I've watched. And I saw, okay, I'll start at episode 12 out of 40. I think it was 12 out of 45 to 46 episodes. So I went in and I was like, right, I'll start at episode 12. And turns out episode 13, I had to pay for. Oh. So they gave me the full 12 episodes free. And then episode 13 all the way up to 45, you had to pay for. So I was like, okay, how does this work? So I bought, so I spent, I think it was for 700 coins. It doesn't tell you how much 700 coins gets you.
Ah.
It's just a menu that says 700 coins is €6, €7, or 1,000 coins is €15. That's all you get. You don't get any more context. And then when you look at the videos, it still doesn't tell you how much you're spending per watching. So I was like, okay, I'll start at 13. Let's scroll. So coins have been spent. I watched 16 episodes with my €6 out of like 45. Now, some of these dramas go up to... So I didn't get to watch the full movie for €6.
That's crazy.
How many movies can I watch on your typical streaming platform, movies-wise, for €6? Probably none. However, if I spend, let's say, €12 for Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever ones are out there, I can watch as many movies as I want in a month.
And even if you go, even if you go on YouTube or Amazon, you can usually rent movies. You can rent or buy movies for like €3 or €4. Probably €3 in standard, and then €1 more if you want like HD. But yeah, that's an option. You're probably getting better quality. in some respect, yeah.
So, like, when I saw that I spent €6 for 16 episodes and I still didn't get to find out how the movie actually ended, I was kind of annoyed at that.
Fair.
So I decided to do a bit of research and see how much it would cost me to watch the full movie start to finish. And that would be, I think it was 38 to €45 to watch the full movie.
For one movie?
For one movie.
Jesus Christ.
It makes sense that it's a $1 billion company. There is subscription options as well. I think there's like 12 to €15 a week you can spend rather than a month.
Wow.
So if you spend €15 a week, you can watch as many of these movies as you want. Some offer 12 episodes free in the beginning. Some offer 5 episodes free. Some offer 3, depending on what movies. I checked the other apps as well to see how much they charge. So the particular one I was looking at, it was 38 to €40, 38 to €45 rough estimate to see how much it would cost me to finish the movie. Other ones, it was 47 to €50. And another one is unknown. I'm not going to name which company this is, but it's unknown because it could take 3 coins, it could take 7 coins, depending on which episode you scroll to. So it's inconsistent. So the people who are watching don't actually know how much they're spending to what they're getting, which is also not that great. But it's a way for the business to make money.
Yeah, I didn't for a second think it would be this expensive. Like, I was wondering how it was becoming such a big industry. And I'm surprised you're able to persuade people to pay that much.
How much are these companies making from people who actually watch these?
So it's experienced such a boom, the market is predicted to be worth 14 billion about $14 billion by 2027 if it keeps going this way. So it looks like real short. It's been downloaded more than 30 million times since it launched in 2022. So I've seen a couple of people, like, quotes about it. There is a lady, Jen Cooper, the British founder of the website Vertical Drama Love, was drawn to the format because of her love for romantic movies and comedies. And she said, "Last April, I was going through a really difficult time personally. One day I was scrolling TikTok and I saw an ad that made me go, 'What?' Which I think sums it up perfectly."
What?
What is this? She joins the military? What do you mean?
What? She's like, "Oh, my family are being mean to me. Gotta join the military, I guess."
Who hasn't thought about that?
Who? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It could be a similar case to us where it's just like, you have to know.
You have to know.
You have to know what the hell they're going to put these actors through and what kind of script they're going to do. Like, what kind of bonkers things are they going to commit to film?
You're literally there like, "Come on, say it. Say it. Tell them that you're the CEO. Stop getting slapped around the room. Tell them you're the CEO." And they don't. They just take it all on. There was one I watched recently where a girl got absolutely bed up, and so bed up that her arm fell off. She was beaten up in her school and they literally grabbed her arm and ripped it off. But they didn't show that. They talked about how that happened. And then that's how it was announced when the family hit her. Her arm just went, whew, like very slow-mo dramatically going across the room. And they were like, "What the hell? Why didn't you tell us you had a prosthetic arm?" And then they start beating her again. I'm like, what the fuck are they at? Like, she just doesn't. Oh, like, that's what gets me. It's the fact that, like, it's like, why don't you tell them? There was another one where a girl was signing up to be frozen for 30 years. And it was like, just tell them. Just tell them you're going to do that. Just tell them.
Well, Ailsa, we wouldn't have a movie.
No.
There would be no movie if they just told them. It's like miscommunication trope, isn't it? It's not what it looks like. Why don't you just tell her what it actually is?
Drives me up the wall. I can't. Yeah. I hate it, but I have to find out. Like, I hate the fact that I want to find out.
But the thing is, like, I'm nearly convinced. Now, this is a bit of a conspiracy theory, but I feel like there are certain parts of the movie that are filmed with these ads in mind.
Yeah, maybe.
Because some of them are so crazy, and then the rest of the movie just doesn't really even compare.
You can get everything you want out of the movie in the TikTok videos.
These are the parts that are going to grab people's attention.
I think that's what it is. It's so fascinating to me because they get so many people watching these videos. I think there was one I came across and it was like, where's the next part? I saw a lot of people writing.
Oh, so it is kind of like a FOMO thing. It's like kind of jump on and watch this now. Or, yeah, no, it's the kind of scarcity, false scarcity, isn't it? It's like,
yeah,
you're not going to remember this in an hour, so click on this link and watch it now. Or you'll never know what happens.
You'll never know
to Bella Brown after she gets hit by the car.
I definitely feel like I'm going to be watching way more of these over the next couple of weeks and months. Like, do I want to watch another one with the sexy cowboy? Do I want to watch My Rookie Secret Agent Lover?
I want to watch a CEO one because full disclosure, as I say, we've watched a number of these that we haven't fully discussed. It's obviously CEO and Supernatural are huge, like, movie genres for these dramas. Like, I was watching one the other day, I think it was called, like, I See Through You, and there's like a ghost romance plotline.
Stop.
And it's crazy. We will watch it at some point.
I need to we need to watch that one.
But
we need to watch that one.
Anything you can dream of, they have probably made a movie about it, which I think is what is so exciting about it. It's like, if I want to watch something about a cowboy or like vampires or werewolves or time travel or anything, there is 100% a drama about it.
I've seen some UK ones recently. So there's a lot of British actors and actresses and Scottish actors and actresses in them too.
If there's ever Irish ones, we need to.
I feel like, Amy, do you know what? This is the start of it, guys. Myself and Amy are going to create one.
This is our audition.
Any of you guys,
we know everything. There is
this
to
is
know.
our audition. Give us a scene.
Give us a chance.
scene. Amy, I want you to pretend to. I want you to clap. See how good that was? Like that.
I can slap even harder, like, whatever you need me to do.
Yeah, okay, do it. Yeah, like that.
Done.
Full on, done. Yeah, see, I'm such a good actor. Oh no, wait, I need to fall on the ground. Hang on. Ah! Do I get it? Do I get the part?
And I can fall. We can both fall really well. I feel like it's something I've always said. I always said, you know what, Ailes is such a good faller. And
the people need to see me fall.
They yearn.
Over and over. They yearn. The people yearn to see me fall again and again and again until I rise. That's what that is. Up. Rise up, eyes up.
Little Hamilton in there.
Yeah. Guys, that's going to come up very soon.
Don't worry, it's coming. The Hamilton deep dive's coming.
The Hamilton deep dive is coming. All that everything is trending on TikTok. We had to talk about this first. Absolutely. As the first episode, but definitely in the next coming up episodes we will be talking about TikTok trends, our hyper fixations, mine being Doctor Who and Amy never watching Doctor Who in her life, and I'm going to give her the whole tea on that. Yeah. Amy talking about Taylor Swift and why she's great. I don't know what the deal is with Taylor Swift, why she is as amazing as everyone is going. Like, why are the Swifties going nuts over Taylor Swift? I don't know.
I can convert you.
Amy has her PowerPoint presentation ready for the last 2 years, and she's finally going to deliver it.
All right. I'll get to work. I'll get to work. What do you mean? It doesn't exist. I'm trying
to create hype. I'm trying to create.
She's lying to you.
I want people to listen to the podcast.
Ailes the snake. Discharge her from the military.
Watch me fall once again.
You're Pearl in the hospital. You're like, I'm just so sick of all this deception.
Yeah, I just keep deceiving everybody, especially since it's the first episode.
I just keep lying.
I can't help lying.
I can't stop myself.
But we have a lot to come up. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things. Amy's going to talk a lot about different things, whether it's pop culture, movies, video games. I'd like to talk about Amy's video game crushes because we do love a bit of romance in our video games.
We do.
And music. We have a new Taylor Swift album coming up there as well. So you're probably going to have to get on that PowerPoint presentation and tell me why I should be excited about this album.
It'll be ready.
It'll be ready.
It'll be ready. Don't worry. It's coming.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
PowerPoint's open.
And we'll be talking about what else, Amy?
I think you covered it.
RPGs and D&D.
No, yeah, in all honesty, yeah, there's probably going to be a lot. We're interested in loads of different things and we have new things crop up all the time. So, I mean, it's going to be probably a smorgasbord of stuff.
I do have one final question for my lovely co-host, Amy. And that is, what's the deal with the picture behind you?
Who
is she? Well, who is she?
She's a painting I've had for a little while that I got in HomeSense. And I just thought, she looks nice. She needs her moment in the sun.
But who is she?
I don't know who she is. She kind of looks like a Last of Us zombie. You know the way they have like stuff growing out of their heads?
Like the cordyceps fungus. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of giving cordyceps fungus.
Yeah, cordyceps fungus.
What you think of a fun guy?
A fungi?
You get it.
Like a mushroom fungi?
Yeah.
Like cordyceps?
Yeah.
And lion's mane?
Yeah, like
did you know that lion's mane is in Pure Crack? This episode's sponsor.
What?
Check out Pure Crack. Use code Cozy Checkpoint at the checkout for 10% off. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this podcast with everybody. This is going to be on Spotify, I hope. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little brief of. It's not even brief. It was so long. Our long podcast about TikTok and vertical dramas. Thank you so much for coming in, Amy. Thank you so much for lead investigating this incredible rabbit hole that we've dived down.
It was a pleasure. I hope we get to do it again soon.
My name has been Aileen the Irish Panda Queen.
My name has been Amy, please no.
And this is the Cozy Checkpoint. See you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.